Not everything is as glamorous as the newly revealed Party Royale makes it out to be. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 worst things Fortnite has done. For this list, we're looking at some of the most appalling, scornful, and embarrassing stunts Fortnite has pulled since its launch in 2017. Number 10. Forced crossovers. Whenever Fortnite launches a new crossover event with big-name franchises like the Avengers and Borderlands, of course it's going to generate headlines on top of a massive amount of hype. However, as the years have gone by, some of these crossovers feel a lot more contrived than creative. Wreck-It Ralph's appearance at Risky Reels was odd, yet forgivable, and the aggressive Birds of Prey hype wasn't too much to complain about, but Deadpool's random inclusion in Chapter 2 Season 2 seems to exist for the sake of existing since he doesn't even speak. That's like Marvel's unwritten number one rule: never shut Deadpool up. Fox learned that the hard way.
I'm single-handedly winning this whole thing!
Number 9. Removing traps.
No! Trap? Oh my god, he put a trap there?!
Some players like to employ a cat-and-mouse strategy when it comes to Fortnite. Lure a player to a specific location, plant a trap, get an elimination. It's incredibly satisfying to pull off. But in January 2020, some pro players like Mongrel and Benji Fishy were calling for traps to be removed from the game, and they did so calmly and collectively.
Put a trap there. Then, it's time for the archways.
Epic responded to the vocal minority and vaulted all traps. Much to their dismay, this generated criticism from other players like Tfue, who stated that the removal of traps was the worst thing Epic has done to Fortnite.
Oh my lord, we've got 3 kills with Loot Tunnel of Death. I told you it works.
Number 8. Shadow Stones. On paper, the Shadow Stones were a unique idea. Grab one of these items to turn invisible, kind of, and traverse the land at a quicker pace. You could even use it as a way to flank enemy players. There was just one little problem. Players found an exploit that allowed them to remain invisible beyond the 45-second limit. So it wasn't long before Epic removed Shadow Stones from Season 6 for additional tweaking. Of course, as soon as it was put back in, they were taken out once more. Number 7. Chapter 2, Season 2. Even without Deadpool's forced inclusion, Chapter 2 Season 2 has been incredibly disappointing, and this comes from one of our writers who has been with the game since launch. In Chapter 2 Season 1, players were given several opportunities to level up in the Battle Pass, and it was this immense sense of progression that made Fortnite more satisfying. The game also made it easier to keep track of challenges in a well-organized menu. Chapter 2 Season 2 has only made it messier with menus inside of menus inside of menus, and the progression in the Battle Pass has been a total slog as there are more challenges demanding players accomplish tasks at very specific locations. Not even the agent-specific objectives could save this. Number 6. Popularizing the Battle Pass system.
This is your hideout. Buy the Battle Pass to recruit this team of agents. Meowscles, a feline enforcer that can take some serious licks.
When it first came out, Fortnite's Battle Pass was one of the more unique forms of paid content we had seen in a live service. Since then, other game companies have decided to copy the system, and we've now seen the system implemented in titles like Apex Legends, Rocket League, and, to no one's surprise, Call of Duty.
As you rise up the ranks, you'll unlock the Ram 7 Assault Rifle and Holder 26 LMG, plus COD points and a ton of gear for you to personalize your operator with. All for just playing the game.
It is understandable why some players like this format, especially if you play these kinds of games every day. But when so many games start blatantly copying the same idea, they start blending together and feeling unrewarding. There are too many games demanding all of our time, and it won't take much for an unsatisfied player to jump ship.
We know you'll make the right decisions. Good luck.
Number 5. Infinity Blade. This has to have been Fortnite's most controversial weapon since its initial launch. Hailing from Epic's action RPG series Infinity Blade, the titular weapon was introduced in Season 7 and granted players a wide array of benefits. In addition to boosting the wielder's health and shield, the Infinity Blade could destroy structures in a single swing, boasted a wide hitbox that made it hard to avoid, and allowed the wielder to perform leaping ground slams. The weapon was so universally hated that Epic removed it from the game, although you can still try it out for yourself in creative mode. Number 4. The Icon series.
Alright, might not be here yet. Oh!
We've heard of companies giving back to their communities, but this is taking it too far. In January 2020, Epic began shelling out a new line of cosmetics dubbed the Icon series, consisting of skins and emotes based on popular Fortnite streamers and celebrity fans. Whether you revel in playing as your favorite influencer or find it unbearably cringy, the lineup has only begun to overshadow Fortnite's unique characters and aesthetic rather than add to it. Shouldn't we be seeing the likes of Burger Boss or Rust Lord instead of a bunch of ninjas and Travis Scotts running around? Seriously, it's starting to become less Fortnite and more like Ninja and Friends Battle Royale.
Oh shit.
Number 3. PvE still in beta.
Is this a missile or some sort of rocket?
Some sort of rocket. Actually, wait! It's the best sort of rocket! Commander, there's a satellite on board!
When Fortnite launched in 2017, Epic announced plans to make the game's Save the World mode free to play towards the end of 2018. As soon as the transition is made, Fortnite will finally leave its early access state, according to the game's official Twitter page, that is.
10 seconds to blast off!
Here we are, years after launch, and Fortnite still has yet to make the move. The shift has been delayed a handful of times already, and Epic is still wanting players to fork over $40 for the mode. In other words, the original Fortnite has now been in development for nearly a decade.
Confession time! I, broke the airstrike. Let's not dwell on who crashed what into a mountain, alright? Nope.
Number 2. Overpriced cosmetics. We'd always be happy to buy awesome DLC and cosmetics, but Fortnite charges way too much for them. You want us to pay $15 to $20 for a skin? Yes, some come with a pickaxe or a special emote, but when you think about what else that $15 to $20 can go towards, the value changes. You could have a nice meal at a restaurant, go see a movie, or better yet, buy a brand new game. Heck, you could grab multiple games at a lower cost given how often digital storefronts hold massive sales. Plus, with the store changing every day, you basically need that exorbitant amount ready or you may never get a chance to purchase what you want again. Want more video game content? Check out our gaming channel Mojo Plays and discover games and ideas you never knew existed. With more lists, breakdowns, and our latest series, Arcade Roulette.
Justin and John are in!
Oh.
Hey, is that Porky Pig? There's a lot of things being ripped off in this game.
Number 1. X4 Stormwing. When the biggest influencer to your game has threatened to quit, you know you've messed up. The X4 Stormwing was introduced at the start of Season 7 and quickly became the most hated addition to Fortnite in the game's history. While it was cool to get a new vehicle and fly from place to place, that's not what most players were using it for. One could expect being dive-bombed and assaulted in almost every match, and structures provided zero defense as the plane could fly right through and instantly destroy them. Despite being nerfed to hell and back, there was no redeeming the Stormwing, and the damn thing was eventually vaulted before Season 8 began. In the mood for more awesome gaming content? Be sure to check out this video here on Mojo Plays. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.